You can't repeat the past.
Can't repeat the past.
No.
Why, of course you can. Of course you can.
He talked a lot about the past, as if he wanted to recover something.
If I could just get back to the start. If I could just get back to the start, I could find it again.
The clock just keeps ticking down, and the lower that number gets, you realize how amazing now is. The present is a miracle, bro.
If you don't wake up tomorrow, if it turns out that today is your last day on Earth, will you be proud of what you've done in this life? Because if you ain't, you better start getting square.
I was down with depression and anxiety. I put on 147 pounds. I was taking drugs on a daily basis. I was drinking on a daily basis. I was gone. I was finished. The only place I ever thought that I'd ever end up was in a padded room somewhere. It was terrible. I was thinking about suicide every day, and I had nothing to be upset about. I was heavyweight champion of the world. I was 27 years old. I had money, fame, glory, a family, achievements, kids, everything running so smooth, but it didn't matter because mental health will bring you to your knees if you let it.
I did take a break. You know, I was going through some mental things. I felt a little dark. You know, I went through a little... It was great, man. I went through some anxiety and depression, and I just tried my best to stay strong. That's it.
You know, the public rarely sees this in athletes. They only hear about it. Can you describe what that's like while you're going through it and how you attempt to overcome it?
I don't know, it was just the pressure of life, the pressure of boxing, being a good dad. It's just letting it out right now. I'm just letting it out because it weighed on me for a year and a half. And I know the only way to get better is to fight and to win. I'm a fighter. This is what I do and I love to do. And I know this is how, if you're battling anxiety and depression, you can get over it.
When you're depressed, you just stay in one spot, and that's just the greatest advice I can give someone. Is like, bro, just do something. Like, move somewhere, you know? I promise you, man, like, you know what you're gonna get. Like, I know I can lay in bed, bro. Like, sometimes getting out of bed, bro, it feels like my legs are 1,000 pounds. I don't want to fucking read. And I don't want to make videos. But I have to. You know? And it's just fucking hard.
You're tired. Man, I know that tiredness, brother. I'm tired of feeling alone. I'm tired of also not even being there for myself. I mean, that's the loneliest, bro, when you don't even have yourself. Because you've set up so many little goals for yourself and not achieved them every time and time again that you don't even trust yourself.
The one thing, like, people talk about depression all the time. The difference between depression and sadness is just, you know, from happenstance. Whatever happened or didn't happen for you, or, you know, grief or whatever it is. And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me.
Right.
You know, his take on it is that they should change. You know, you should think of the word of depressed as deep rest. Deep rest. Your body needs to be depressed. It needs deep rest from the character that you've been trying to play.
Right.
You know, the great and powerful Oz. I'm the great and powerful Oz. How dare you come near me? You know, kind of thing. And you're just the sweaty guy behind the curtain going. It's an amazing metaphor, you know, in that movie.
You know, I never really considered that until your book. Until I heard the title of your book and I read the synopsis of it. I never really considered it. I never considered that thinking about your problems all the time and talking about your problems all the time literally make the problems grow.
That's right. I mean, it's the number one symptom of depression is what they call rumination, this pathological obsessing over your pain.
Yeah.
That's why stuff like exercise, that's one of the reasons, aside from chemical reasons, one of the reasons that doing anything, you know that running errands is good for your mental health? Getting out of your house and accomplishing anything is good for you. But sitting around talking and thinking about your problems, that's a bad habit. And the best cognitive behavioral therapists and others, you know, the dialectical behavioral therapists, the ones who do really well with depression, the first thing they do is try to break that bad pattern. But a lot of therapists just indulge it.
And one of my favorite quotes is, every day I wake up, I'm one day closer to death. So what you gonna do with the time you got left? It's like, understand that this is our time right now. The moment is now. These moments, we only have the moment. So a lot of us live in the future and a lot of us live in the past. And that's something that we have to get out of the habit of. And I think when you accept where you are, you're kind of letting go of that and making an action plan to putting your attention on your intention. And you, of course, you have an idea of where you would like to be, but God doesn't always give us what we want. God gives us what we need. And sometimes those are the same thing and sometimes they're not.
Would you say to someone who's going through a string of bad days or bad weeks or bad months?
Say it's okay. You're not alone. You know, I think sometimes a quick word of just looking at them and being like, I know, you're not alone. Give them a hug and be like, this is shit right now, and it's okay, but you're not alone. I think specifically nowadays, it's so easy to numb. There's so many distractions, so many things that we can just avoid feeling things with, you know, staple being your phone. That's not gone. Those feelings are still there. They're just pushed down from a couple Instagram videos that are distracted, and next thing you know, a couple days go by and you just feel this anxiety over yourself, and you're like, why do I feel anxious? I just feel like I can't sleep and wake up at 5 a.m. overthinking. Like, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. People are like, well, are you stressed about anything? Like, no.